What's going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we are back to Frostpunk 2. Alright, so let's see what we need to do. So we have negative 36 homes, we have negative 250 food, so that's starting to run out pretty low. We have 105 materials, so that's the only thing that's really positive right now, so we really need to find a whole lot of food supplies here. Let's see, so we have... Alright, so that's a deep fertile soil, so we should be able to expand you. So we'll grab these three. That's going to be another area, but we don't have enough to do heat stamps or prefabs, so we're really going to need the prefabs to work inside the other area to start working on that. So our one dude should swap over to the prefabs, that we're able to build that quicker. Alright, I believe that's... Oh, hold on, we have a vote we can do. I promised anything. State development efforts and mass produced goods. So basically we need to do each of those. It looks like they're about the exact same time, so let's just do the durable goods. Powers, we have 45, 21 hesitant. I think that's close enough to where we should be fine. We need 51 for it to pass. Usually we get about like 10 or so votes. There we go.
Law has been approved.
A little bit close that time, but you know what? It's fine. Alright, New Londoners' trust rises yet again, which is good since that is one of our lower ones. Now we just need the city development efforts. We're going to have to wait on our council to be able to vote on that, though.
In the council, take heed.
Hold on. So let's go inside the map here. How are we doing in the old Dreadnought? Do you have enough housing yet? So this says negative 39 housing, but they have prefabs all over the place. So once we get 150, we'll be able to do that. We are slowly working on improving this dude. Minus 200 heat right now, so that is another negative. Generator is on. So basically we're just stuck waiting. Let's see, so we have a thing in our other city. Steward, the Star Wars have begun throwing out rallies in celebration of the generator upgrade. Orderly rows of faction members' support fill the city squares. Tell them what we rally for, their leaders shout on the podiums. We rally for progress, we rally for the generator, we rally for the city. The passion is contagious, inspiring others to put additional effort into the benefit of the city. Do you want to ask them to promote something specific? Contribute more workforce, contribute to more heat stamps. The Stars will field elite squads of guards to be used at Star Wars discretion. Say nothing. So either heat stamps or workforce. I think the workforce is fine, so we'll probably want more heat stamps. Alright, hold on. So that's the dense housing district, so we can open up you some. I don't think we necessarily need that, so we'll just keep you down for now. We're only minus 175 food now, so that's gone up quite a bit. It appears that we've used every single bit of housing that we've already had. So both of our cities have way too many people now. We don't have anyone sick though, so that's a good sign. Alright, so once it gets to 150, then we're going to have to decide like where we want our house at. We can do it inside of our main city here. I mean, technically we could send these 31 people over to the other area. I think our main thing is going to be prefabs and exploration. Well, and oil. Because it seems like we are in the negative here for oil somehow. Alright, so we pause you, so we could technically get the oil running. We get prefabs running, which should get quicker than that, and that should allow us to build more. And then we could expand it towards like the housing district and get like a little bit of bonus through that. We have 5 weeks to pass this law. We definitely do not have enough time. That's for the new Londoners, so it's fine. We're going to fail that, even though we looked positive for it before. Let's go 2 times speed. We'll just let that fail. New Londoners are furious you broke your word, and trust falls. That's fine. Rallies begin collapsing. Your relations with Star Wars have deteriorated. They are no longer supporting you enough to rally in your favor. If you improve relations, they may again campaign in your name. Alright, so we are negative by a ton of materials here. We have a surplus of food, so hold on. Steward, the Pilgrims are furious that the durable goods law is no longer in force. Yeah, let's just promise it again. Ooh, okay, so the other place is now positive on food. That's a difference. So we have 80 materials. It is slowly going to get to the cold season here, and we have 31 people that are homeless. We need to get the prefabs up and running, and we need housing in both these areas, and we also need to have a bigger oil district as well. Though it seems like even with the generator on, it's not really using that much oil. So we have 20 available, and it uses 200. We have a stockpile of 58,000. So, I mean, technically we have plenty of oil here, so we don't have to worry about that. And the coal stockpile is 100% full too, so we'll put oil on the back burner. I thought it was a little bit more important. Seems to be okay now. Housing district's going to need 200 prefabs, 40 heat, 20 shelter. Requires 85 more prefabs. So, I mean, that's slowly going. Dead end crags explored. Alright, so that's shipping to New London. We can put it into the old Dreadnought. I don't think either place really needs coal anyways, but we'll just leave it like that. So we got food, we have cores, deadly threat. Mini scouts will die, so we don't want to go there yet. Dangerous. A pair of broken down transporters are flanked by unmarked graves, neither damage nor death were the result of the natural causes. If repaired, the transport could be useful in the future expeditions. Again, their cores could be useful too. Let's see here. Our scout teams can use the long-range transports to traverse the harshest territories. Exploration time is extremely decreased. Ooh, that's pretty good. A line of rusting shacks mark the ideal fishing spot in the winds to calm the ice, thinly enough to cut through the schools of cod and char swimming below. An outpost here could increase our food supply by 90 food until its deposit of 77,000 food is depleted. Which place do you want to send it to? So we could send it to the old Dreadnought simply because it doesn't have any food nodes and our main city does, but the main city has more people. We'll put it towards the old Dreadnought. The transport lies in a frozen corpse scattered around unburied. Our scouts find a journal amongst the carnage. After the bloodshed weeks back, he's only gotten madder. He speaks of splitting atoms, setting air on fire, ending the frost. He's declaring a one-way journey, hanged in the man who argued not waiting for the same. Bury the bodies and go. There's nothing more that can be done. For better or worse, we know Rowlett's expedition will not return. Alright, so we didn't really find anything like too useful there except for food deposit. Alright, so that's deadly. You safe. So we got materials, cores, and prefabs. So let's launch our expedition. Alright, so we need 200 prefabs for housing. We're still negative on our food too. We have another material vein that we can tap into as well. Let's see, so we're getting to the part to where everything needs an upgrade on it. Technically, we need to dig into the deep food vein to get the rest of the food up and running. Our housing's bad, our food's bad. How much food do we have? So we don't have any stockpiled and we are using a decent amount of food. So if we don't get that situated first, technically we are going to be running out of things relatively quickly. So let's do that for the food. Council's in recess. We still have to do the durable goods law, so we can't really do anything with that. Research and construct the generator surplus injectors. That should be done here in a second. Alright, so let's just go to 2x speed here. New building proposed by new learners. Alright, so that should be the surplus one. Unlocks the heat surplus generator ability, which burns all excess fuel to increase output of all districts by up to 15%. Alright, so we've researched that. Now we just need to construct it. So I'm guessing that's going to be found inside of one of these tabs. 300 heat stamps, 150 prefabs, 4 cores. Alright, so we're going to need to find a lot more cores in order to actually do this. Supply enough oil to reach heat surplus. I mean, we got plenty of oil in the city at the moment. So where was that area that said they gave like a ton of cores? I mean, we don't necessarily... The fast exploration would be nice, but we have enough teams to where it won't really matter too much. So that's only going to be 2 cores there, which is all we need. So we'll grab that and then we'll be good. Our coal supply is slowly dwindling. Actually, I think we're completely full on coal inside of our main town, so let's put it over inside of the old dreadnought just so we have extra room. So really we're waiting on prefabs.
Do not
or there's going to be a bunch of people dying pretty quickly.
A new model.
ID tree. So this is where we're low on heat stamps as well, though. Scout headquarters, skyways, city developments. We haven't really done too much when it comes to like research. Fighting hub, maintenance hub, air transport hub, emergency medical hub, survey hub, communications hub, and a rail hub. So right now we're at 49 heat stamps. We got 1,400 workers. And we got plenty of workforce. So I don't really see a reason why not to just have these guys working then. So let's just grab a bunch of material while we have everybody inside the city. That's 239 extra people. If we need to pull people out of there, that's fine. Alright, so we have you. Let's vote on the mass-produced goods law again. Propose that. 45 people are for, 24 hesitant. Let's vote on it.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Law was passed yet again. Yeah, I must be promising like 2 different laws that are like going against each other to like 2 different factions, and that's why they keep yelling at me. It's the only thing I can think of. Alright, so we have 155 prefabs. So the question is, do we risk it all? Alright, so we got 16 weeks of prefabs for you, so you're going to be running out pretty soon too. Minus 320 materials, so these guys have very low materials. We could actually pull some materials from our other city, because we got plenty over there now. We do have a little bit of a food surplus, so that's good. Let's see. Well, as soon as we dismantle this building, we'll be able to build more. Thing is, that needs 200 prefabs, where if we build another construction unit, we can put more on oil, but we are low on people here. Alright. So this is going to be a interesting choice. So let's go back to New London. So we have a lot of people homeless. Let's just like drop this down quite a bit. So that's 839. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna afford to send 511 people actually. So relocate, and you know what? Send some material, so let's send... Alright, so we're still plus on food. And let's give them some material since it seems like we are maxed out in this area. So hold on, so we can go like here. That way we have like a positive net still. And I think that'll be good. So the thing was, we set up our transfer route, and that's why we managed to max out our city so fast. So we have a stockpile of a ton of oil right now, so we're good. We have 18 that are homeless. We are going to get a much wider workforce over inside the other area, but that's where we need our prefabs anyway, so we sort of need that. Our food's still doing pretty good too. 16 people cured in New London. Alright, so the people are being transferred, so we have 18 homeless here. Stuart, New Londoners are furious. Yeah, mass-produced goods yet again. So in the old dreadnought, we have 39 that are homeless. Do we make them get to work knowing that the cold season is about to be here, or do we build a building first? Actually, we don't have a big enough workforce. I mean, we do if we pull some of the people off of this one, technically. So let's start with housing then. So we'll do that. At least they'll have a little bit less homeless people inside this city. Worst case scenario, we're going to nuke that area, then we'll be able to build another building for the extractions. It is about to be cold. However, this city is actually relatively good when it comes to oil. Actually, hold on, that's a good point. So let's go to... So we get the old dreadnought, so now we have a 5,000 capacity here. So let's see what we need to... Maybe get it like plus 50? And that'd be minus 50, which isn't that huge of a draw. Alright, so the food's now stable here. That's positive food, so hold on. So let's drop it down some. Because we do have much more people coming. Our material, we're negative in both areas here. So we could do that and at least have like a little bit of a stockpile. We could automatically just send 5,000 though, so that's pretty good. All right. We'll leave it alone, call it good. So we have 52 housing. We are about to build some more homes. The colder season is approaching though, so that's not a good sign. We have 5 weeks before we're able to do that. Extraction district, damage from squalor. Yeah, you better not destroy my district. Alright, so we got 32 people homeless. What do we need to expand? So we'd expand it out that way. We'll have like a little bit of squalor, but that's going to be destroyed here soon anyways. So we have 145. So now we should have 542. So we need 150 prefab. So we should be able to pull a little bit of the workforce from like the housing or something. 173 people murdered by violent criminals. 40 restored sick in the old dreadnought. That's not good. Alright, so now we have plenty of prefabs. So we need to borrow some of the workforce. Did I not actually break the area over here? I thought I already had that open. All right, so we're frost breaking. We got the housing going. We do need the generator upgrade as well. So hold on, what was that? Might not be able to see it over inside of this area though. Rallies ended due to negative, yeah. All right, so extraction district. So we really got to get you up and running. So that'll be another prefab area. Worst case scenario, we're going to have to destroy that building. So we have another oil supply that we could tap into, but for now we should be okay. So now once we get to 200 prefabs, we're going to build a house. All right, so let's check on our other city here.
Do not succumb to wasteful fashion. A well-made coat is always in style.
Oh, repair, there we go. Slightly increased by no common law for funerals. Yeah, well, we don't ever get a time to actually pass that law. Because we have to keep doing this same law that everyone's already for. And we're just going to immediately come here, vote for it, it's going to magically pass yet again. Then we can move on with our day.
Hear ye, hear
ye, hear ye. The city still wants this done, so we're going to do it again. Okay, so we have, I promise to pass repealed by law. The New Londoners are just always angry. We are minus 50 when it comes to oil. We have 15 homeless here. We have 130 prefabs, so we need 200 for that. It's still looking good though. 167, so this number should start jumping up quite quickly now because we have another building being built and we have our materials set up to get the prefabs. There we go. We should probably build it over inside of this city first. Oh, don't have any workforce to break. Let's see. Can I expand you anywhere? Alright, so that means we should be able to drop some of the people that are extracting coal at the moment. So go with 500 there. Another controversial decision, but we're going to have to do that in order to build housing. So get that up and running. You are also being built, so that's for the prefab. So let's go 2 times speed. Rest of the people we can put back inside of the oil district, that way we don't start being like super negative. All right, as soon as that's broken, we'll be able to slap down another house. All right, so that should be good. So housing's done. That's going to prevent the people from getting sick, especially in this colder season. Food's positive, materials are still kind of negative here. Tensions increased due to high crime. Rations greatly worsen with the pilgrims. Durable goods promise to fix this. All right. Although it seems like the Frostlanders are the only ones we're really happy with. The Pilgrims are kind of angry. The New Londoners, we haven't got to that angry stage yet, so that's good. We have 15 people homeless inside of this area. We do have 234 workforce though, so I mean we should have enough to build another housing unit if we really need to somewhere. We could put the workers over inside the other place though. The thing is, we don't really have homes in either area. Alright, so we'll repair that from those annoying people. So once we get the prefabs, we'll be able to build a building at least and hopefully keep some of these people alive. What do we need for the central district area to upgrade this? So that just needs 300 heat stamps, so that's slowly going to work. I mean, we could borrow it from some of the people here. Stalwarts, you guys are always happy.
Stuart, do you hear us, Stuart?
Do not waste time on repairs. A new model.
Alright, so that's surplus injector. Slap that down in the middle of the city. Alright. So we have 135. Two days. We almost have enough time to do another boat. So use survivability, mass produced goods, vote on you. 45 people are for, vote on it again. So I guess you really have to pay attention to like where you're promising, because it seems like we're just voting against each other this entire time instead of being able to like vote on different stuff. Alright, Pilgrims are happy, New Londoners are going to be furious since we're going against them. Alright, so we're at 175 prefab. 215, there we go.
Are you listening?
Stuart, New Londoners are furious. We need to promise to repeal the mass-produced goods law. So we can tell them to leave us alone by ignoring it. Maybe that's how we get out of this loop. But it's the two people that are angry with us, of course, are the ones that have the issue.
Stuart, do you hear us, Stuart?
You know what? Grant agenda. You do whatever you want. Because you want it next anyways. So that should be fine. So our surplus is going to be good. Let's go 2 times. Oh, let's go inside of you. Housing, so we need workforce. So our materials right now are super positive, but we can borrow some people here at least. Let's see, so let's just build it next to the housing district. That way we get like all the extra heat bonuses for free. All right, now we put the rest of you back inside of that. That should fix our homeless problem. In this side of the road, at least. Now the other side, we're still going to be a little bit of issues there. All right, so we should have our surplus now. Emergency council, youth employment, generator. Optimized for oil alone, overdrive. I mean, we have a full stockpile, so there's no way that we don't have enough oil here to actually activate this. Water seizing heat demand has increased. All right, so now we got +5 for housing, so we can actually drop you down. I will do +1 here. Go inside of our other town. Oh, that's not good. No resource deposit, so we're going to have to destroy you. That's out as well, so we'll destroy you. And once we get that destroyed, we'll be able to build a housing right there. We have -7 on the housing, so I mean, we're not like hugely negative. So we're gonna expand it out a little bit there. Let's do 2 times speed. The rest into the oil district. So we need to change our materials over, so we are negative when it comes to oil now. Okay, so there's just no way of actually having it positive for this crazy time right now. So once these 2 buildings are destroyed, we'll have a ton of more prefabs, and we're also going to have more building areas. We have a law that we can pass here pretty soon for mass-produced goods. Oh. So they're going to purposely make us fail that mission. We might have just enough time to actually vote for it, but it seems like they
The measure passes.
just passed that law, completely bypassing what they wanted for the mass-produced goods. Huh, that's interesting. I was not expecting that. Alright, so we have 917 workforce over here. 2 are homeless, so is there like any other housing that we can expand towards? I think we're literally all like squished up together. You know what? Hold on. Well, is there any other resource deposits that I can start building towards? I don't think I can actually reach that way. You're a housing district, right? But you already expanded, and that's why. Alright, so we'll just break that open. That'll allow us to build another housing district eventually anyways. Alright, so this place, we have plenty of prefabs now, but I don't think we have like any other prefab nodes here. So once we run out, that's going to be like a major issue. For now, we should be able to build a little bit of stuff though. The abandoned basement welcomes us to the fortune sign. The roof has collapsed on a lab where scientists studied the cause of the frost, but the trading hall remains intact, along with equipment used in attempts to contact other generator cities. We could take all the preserved supplies back to New London, or we could leave them, marking and reactivating the base less costly. 3 cores, 300 prefabs. Reconstructing the base will be more difficult, so we can leave the supplies. I mean, the 3 cores and 300 prefabs is probably the most useful. And iron waste sits at the surface of this mine, its walls covered with designs for wagons and transports of smaller glassworks once fabricated fragile scientific instruments. Few tools remain after many years of scavenging, but there is still iron at the very bottom of the shaft, and output could increase our supply by 200 materials until its deposit of 2 million materials is depleted. Alright, so we definitely want that. So launch expedition, trailway, we should have enough stuff. So let's see, so we need to go back to a major city. I don't think it matters which one. Oh, because we don't have enough scouts, never mind. So we gotta wait for them to return since we launched that other expedition. That's going to be breaking. Just need to hold out a little bit longer here. Ooh, that's not good. All right, so that one's also running out, and we do have another oil node that, ooh, actually we can do that now. So we'll tap our last remaining oil node here. We're really gonna have to find a way to like balance this stuff a little bit better. So we're still slowly frostbaking. They really don't want to actually have a decent place to live. And boom. All right, so now we can expand you. No point in having squalor for no reason. So there we go. That'll fix our housing situation. As long as that's built before people die, that should be good. Mass produce goods. We have 6 weeks, 5 days to do that, and they only given us 2 weeks to do that. So that's going to fail automatically. We can't do anything about it. All right, so there we go. So now we're +3 in the housing. So if we drop it down 1, nope, never mind. We're just going to stay +3. All right, so we have 720 or 750 prefab rather. All right, so yeah, they're very angry. But we fixed the housing situation. The material is obviously really low. All right, so let's swap over to the other city. Greatly worse than the Frostlanders expedition support. I mean, I feel like the expedition support is kind of useful anyway, so we'll do that. You
to wasteful fashion. A well-made coat is always in style.
Let's see, so that's for the materials, so we can actually put people back inside of here to make that positive. We are still positive when it comes to food.
The delegates have reached a decision. A new law takes hold.
I'm not entirely sure, do I have to activate overdrive for the surplus to start working? It says it's active, but it says activate the surplus injection and supply enough oil to reach heat surplus. Allows generator to burn excess fuel to increase output all districts up to 50% surplus. The bigger the output decreases. So hold on. So got you. I mean, they don't have overdrive in the picture? But we should have enough to have like everything done. Optimize for oil, allows generator to burn excess fuel to increase output all districts. So we'll just let that work and see what happens. Oh, new learners aren't that mad. However, the pilgrims here are a little bit more angry. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. It seems like we've sort of fixed a little bit of our housing and food issues temporarily. Our prefabs have now shot up to 1,000, so that should give us enough room to actually start building. It's going to be the cold season for 1 more month, and then it's going to start warming up a little bit to attempt to allow us time to rebuild. We have made it to week 335. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.